Good morning. The title of the devotional this morning is Awareness is the Key. And let me emphasize in beginning, awareness is the key to change, but it is only the key. It does not mean that you will change. It just means that you have an awareness that change is possible. In his book on the parables of Jesus, Dr. Helmut Thielicke relates this unusual experience with his son. He writes, "Several years ago, I set my little son down in front of a large mirror. At first, he did not recognize himself because he was still too young. He quite obviously enjoyed seeing the small image that smiled at him from the glass wall. But all of a sudden, the expression on his little face changed as he began to recognize the similarity of the emotions, and he seemed to be saying, 'That's me.' The stories, the parables, the teachings, and the sermons of Jesus are Jesus' way of setting before each of us a personal mirror, one in which we may at some time down the road in our life say, 'That's me.' When we first hear a parable story, we may only hear it as a story, and then later on in life, in the midst of a problem, a dilemma, a predicament, a special issue that comes in our life, we may suddenly recall that story, and there is an awareness of reality in which we kind of say, I really believe that's me. The parable of the Good Samaritan may suddenly appear in our life's mirror as we see someone in dire need and wonder if we are really responsible for stopping and helping, or do we just walk by on the other side of the street and go our way? Our awareness of possible responsibility and the need to help someone is only an awareness. Let's be clear here. To see the need of a person who needs help is a call to awareness. And while awareness is the key to change, it is only the key. The two persons who saw the man in need, remember the parable? They were aware of his need, but they took no action to help him. The Samaritan, however, was both aware and decisive in his responsibility. Many, if not most, of Jesus' teachings are potential personal mirrors of eternal truths. For example, in the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus challenges us with another way of treating people rather than revenge or hate or murder or damage or harm. In Matthew 5:38, Jesus says, "You have heard that it was said, quote, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth." A clear reference to living life, retaliating hurt for hurt, damage for damage, harm for harm. You can do to them what they did to you. You are limited, but you can seek revenge. What a potential personal mirror to place before us. Does Jesus really expect us to turn the other cheek? Give your cloak as well as your coat if you're sued? Does he really expect us to go the second mile? Ever been faced with an issue or a problem in a relationship that you had or are having? Ever been hurt so badly, so deeply, that you simply had to seek revenge for your own sense of value and worth? Didn't Jesus realize how hard life is to live daily with some people? Or what probable mirror is set before us in Matthew 6:1? It reads this way: Beware of practicing your piety or your religion. Beware of practicing your piety before others in order to be seen by them, for then you will have no reward from your Father in heaven. Besides the danger of a split religious personality, Jesus calls us to single-mindedness in our worship, our religion, our prayers, and certainly in our relationship to God. What a potential personal mirror to hold up before us with the intention, mind you, of bringing your or my whole self to God. No split religious personality. Jesus always wanting the best, the finest, the whole self for each one of us as we are in relationship with God. Awareness is the key to change, but only the key. An awareness that calls for change, but does not make the change. Change then becomes our responsibility, our choice, our decision, yours and mine. May Christ empower us to follow his sometimes pretty difficult way.